Welcome to Down Underground 2020. Thanks for watching. It's been a great video contest, this one. I'll let the riders introduce themselves as the judges we have judging today.
Hi, everybody. I'm Joe Sisman. My credentials include being Flat Bible, Footprints in the Spam, Scuffington Post, and I'm very happy to be here to comment on all the chickens in all these videos. Thank you.
Next up, we have James.
Hey, everyone. I'm James McGraw. My credentials are anti-Scuffington Post, anti-Flat Bible, anti-Footprints of the Spam, and personally, I happen to love chickens.
Thumbs up to you, James.
Hi, I'm Paul Chamberlain. I'm really annoying, so if you can watch this video for an hour, then props to you. All right, let's get it on.
All right, so Down Underground started in 2008. An idea from Paul and myself to get a national contest. Unfortunately, with the way the world is now, we didn't get to travel Australia and meet our friends. So we've got the video contest is the next best thing. Really stoked on all of the riders that entered this video. Really good riding in the video, and it was an extremely close contest points wise. There was only a couple of points between first and 10th place. So, all right, let's get the video played.
That's a cool logo.
It is, thanks.
Shaun, do your sponsors tell people that you're not actually sponsored by them?
Yeah, no, yeah. What? Who?
It's very confusing.
He tells other people that he's sponsored by himself.
All right, so we got Spencer Frueh. He is the son of
Okay, Spence, trick.
Philipp Frueh.
Okay.
I love
Because
seeing
it annoys
kids
me
ride
from side.
bikes, man. That's the future.
So when
Is this coming through?
when he went rocket air over those speed bumps, I was like, that's kind of dangerous.
Yeah.
I like how he provides a kind of like full run through of everything he's doing, both in German and English.
Yeah.
Like I gave him some more points for that. And then there's this bit where he goes like, "How did you do that?" Like,
But then
you know.
There it is. There's the speed bump.
there
Yeah,
it is.
it is.
You started out like how
yeah.
we all started out. You got ramp, street, flat. It's all one big thing.
Does he have a back
I
brake?
think that was good. Dad was telling him what to do. Trick, Spence. Trick, Spence. Trick.
Big Spence.
So, but yeah, it's good. I don't know how old Spencer is. I think he's only like 5 or 6, 5
Yeah,
maybe.
he's really young. Like it's good that he's actually riding a bike. You know.
Yep.
Yeah. And standing on the pegs like that is quite a difficult task when you're that young. So I think he actually went on the front pegs and went over a bump while he was on the front pegs as well, which is pretty scary. So thanks for entering.
Awesome.
Yeah. Next up, we've got Seth Piko. He's from Melbourne. He's the
Yeah,
son
like
of
Spencer, he's the son
Rusty.
of another rider.
Yeah.
You can see he's learning.
Yeah, he kept going.
Yeah.
Who filmed?
Don't know who filmed it, but we've seen better riding from Seth in the past at the contest. So I don't know if he's, because of lockdowns, maybe he hasn't been riding enough. But I know that he can ride a lot better and a lot cleaner than what we see.
But you can see the potential and the tricks he's working on.
Sure. Yeah.
Yeah, and he's got a decent bike as well, you know, and his dad rides. So, like, we don't have a lot of riders in Australia, so it's good that people got their kids riding, you know, because we're all getting older and stuff like that.
Yeah, and I think that's at one of their riding spots.
It doesn't look quite big enough, but it's a nice spot.
Paul, is that the frame that he won last year?
Don't know.
Didn't he win a frame?
It's not a colony.
No, didn't Jimmy donate a frame last year?
I can't talk right now. I'm busy.
I don't know.
I'm talking to all these people from Australia watching videos. So.
I got a giant window.
Bye. Love you. All right. Sorry about that.
Seth is learning. He's getting there.
Yeah, definitely.
Take note of the biggest amateur in the Southern Hemisphere.
Dude, this spot is so rad that he's riding this good in such a small spot.
Oh, yeah.
It's like that French kid who rides on the sidewalk in his back alley. Like, this kind of stuff amazes me when people learn to adapt just so they can learn to ride.
Yeah, if you notice on the side, is that like a puddle of water that he's got to ride through?
Yeah.
Or it looks like
it's wet ground.
Yeah.
Because you can see the tire marks coming out of it.
Yeah.
This whole time I was imagining how hard Brian Huffman would be bitching if he had to ride this in a car.
Yeah, Brian would be very upset, dude.
Oh,
I'm not going to ride.
That with a half
I'm not
slope.
going to ride, boy. I'm just going to have Jack and Coke.
Is the video flowing smoothly for everyone?
Yeah, it's going smooth. It's got a little bit of
Nice.
hesitation, but it's not the end of the world. It's that Filipino internet that Joe was talking about.
I was talking about the Filipino chickens, not the Filipino internet.
You said the internet was somewhere was weird. It was hooked up to the French.
And there's a chicken over there on the left, on its spot.
Oh, shit.
Oh, I see it. Yeah. Yeah.
No chickens were harmed in the filming of this video. Don't worry, Shaun.
Good. Thanks. Yeah, his riding is. You can see he's on that progression, wanting to go, and yeah, I'm not too sure if they're his slides or his flip flops on the left of the screen.
Yeah.
But they don't move at all.
He is
You know,
an awesome rider, and he's going to be an amazing rider down the road.
Yep.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, definitely. I really enjoyed his clip.
Like 50.
Props for the first place in beginners. So now we're going into experts. So you three guys judged this one because I was riding in it. So I think you guys did well. So this is David. He's a stay-at-home dad, rides in his garage a lot, from Melbourne. Very important part of the Australian flatland scene. And he's rode in beginner the last few years and stepped it up into expert. Probably would have gone better.
He should have filmed it not in his garage because the garage was too small. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
It's so hard to ride in a space like that.
Are those?
I love people who can ride in small spaces like this. It's amazing to me.
Indeed.
Yeah.
Are those rims in the upper right, like on the top shelf? Are those all rims?
Yeah, he's a collector of mid-school stuff, and he has heaps of bike parts.
Sweet. He's riding really good, man. He's got some good tricks.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's just real hard to start off in a space like that. You know what I mean?
Oh yeah, absolutely. Getting any kind of speed in there is difficult.
Although I didn't judge this one, I think his consistency was quite low. But that's just, I think he was trying to push his boundaries, and in that small spot made things a bit difficult. Usually he rides when his kids are sleeping during the day because he's a stay-at-home dad. So.
Oh, awesome.
Oh yeah.
Not everyone can be a Nick Watts and ride in a small spot.
With
Sure.
with a dog.
Yeah.
And without brakes, it's hard to ride brakeless in a little spot.
Yeah. Props for the effort, though, man. It's a good video.
Yeah, yeah.
And the grits are fantastic. I love that he has pink grits. They'd be better if they were orange.
Joe, do you think the grits work with the green frame?
They would be better if they were orange, so maybe we'll get him some.
Yeah.
So Kevin has been around for a long time.
Right, here we go. Kevin Filmer. Kevin's actually a pilot. I didn't give him any more points for that, but it's just some info about him.
He was flying for Fiji Air, and then lost his job. He started working in a warehouse and now works at a bike shop.
Really?
Yeah.
Seriously? Because of COVID?
Yeah, he works at Strictly BMX now.
Oh man, that sucks. I mean, it's good for Strictly, but it sucks that he lost his job.
Good he got a job, but it sucks that he lost a good one like that.
Yeah.
I'd like to be a pilot.
I've often thought of
you're a flight pilot, James.
I'd be trying stunts.
I think Kevin's riding has improved a lot. His consistency seems to have come up. Do you think, Paul?
Yeah, look, obviously he's been out doing it and stuff like that, but I think he was already quite a good rider before we met him, you know?
See, it's good you guys know these guys and you see their riding more often, so you get a better feel of where their progression's at.
I only get to see their riding once a year.
Oh.
Because we only meet up in Melbourne once a year now. That's it.
So he's doing good.
These guys have Instagrams?
Yeah.
No, I think there's a bit more to it. I think there's like kilograms they've got.
We're starting dad jokes already.
How many liters is that?
How many what?
Do the toilets flush backwards is what he's asking.
Yeah.
They do.
So Paul is he's one of the most progressive in Australia at the moment, you think? Paul? You think Paul Grzinic is most?
Oh no, me, I am.
Oh no, not you.
Considering where he's come from.
Yeah, look, Paul a couple of years ago really could only do a couple of tricks. He could do a funky chicken and I don't know, something else.
2 years ago he could do funky chickens?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think
2 years ago,
he
John,
did funky chickens and like one other trick. And
Bob
he's
only learned funky chickens 2 years ago because of
yeah,
Joe.
Bob only learned funky chickens 2 years ago.
I don't know. McGraw did funky chickens at
In
what's that?
1986.
Amsterdam, Blackground. McGraw did funky chickens in the battle of the Blackground, and he did all right.
Yeah.
So don't say shit about funky chicken.
I wonder if Joe could do a funky chicken in the Philippines.
Oh, there you go, Joe.
Oh, why did I not put that all together?
Yeah, you're a little slow today. So what are these things in the background? I kept staring at them like, are they like baseball dugouts? Are they like park benches?
Yeah,
Are they just...
where these guys are riding is like a netball basketball court, so they would be like the little, as you said, dugouts. But
Okay, dugouts, yeah.
in Australia, we call them shelters.
Yeah, that's a pretty reasonable name.
What do you call cargo tainers in Australia?
Cool. What?
Cargo
Those
tainer.
things.
The one in the middle, the long one. The
Oh,
cargo
shipping container.
shipping container.
Oh, the cargo containers. We call them cargo containers.
Yeah, I thought you were talking about Tanga.
What do you call? Merry Christmas.
Merry Christmas.
So it's good to see Paul here is one of the beginners. I think he won the end of year title last year, and it's really good to see that he stepped it up into the experts. I think his run was really solid, and I was really stoked to see how consistent he was. So it was a props on his placing.
Yep.
Pete. Come on, Pete.
All right, it's time. Oh, this guy was rad. I remember watching this run.
Yeah, it's such a cool spot as well. I love this spot.
Yeah, I like the spot.
see another rider from here as well, don't we?
Huh.
So I think it was good to see the quality of tricks in this.
Yep. I'm just fascinated by the humidity on the ground and all the moisture and people always riding in areas like that.
Yeah. Yep.
Yeah. I mean, it must be so hot. He must be so hot where he is. But he's used to it.
Yep. All right.
Yeah.
My keys are on the table over there. We got to get Seth.
Grab the laptop.
Yeah, grab the laptop.
James.
I'm talking to some Kiwis.
So what did you think of this run, Joe?
I'm looking up my notes actually right now. I had a lot of very nice things to say about it. What is his name again?
I thought he killed it personally. I loved his run.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, he had a good run. I mean, obviously, like, there were a lot of good riders in this class. I think a lot of riders in this class spent a lot of time trying to get their one combo done, and then when they got it done, they were like, okay, holy shit, just got to knock through off.
This guy did whatever else.
I kind of feel like that's where he was at. He like laid down a couple of really solid combos, and then he was just kind of in don't screw up mode. And like he potentially could have won. Right?
I noted that he made a really nice use of his brake. It really struck me.
Braking is a technique.
Yeah.
Just like scuffing, just like pumping, it's all technique. You can master it, it's awesome. This is a cool spot here.
Yeah.
Dude came out swinging.
Yeah, this guy really came out swinging. He rides very much like Heru. Heru is the guy who lives in Australia now.
Yeah. That's who he's reminded me of. Why do you think he plays so low if he's got such a killer go?
Was he the one that didn't do a very long combo? Or no, there might have been too many repeats or something. I can't remember.
Yeah, a lot of repetition.
Yeah.
They were hard. There was a lot that was similar, I think. So maybe variety was a little, had some room.
Yeah. That's what I.
Everything was so close with judging that if you were down on variety, that could really affect the overall.
Yeah, well, obviously putting all the points together, you can see that variety was a key issue in getting more points, for sure.
Here's consistency too, he dabs a bit and stuff like that, and you've got other guys who don't put roll,
Yeah, so like in a video contest, that's really important to, not have the dabs in there.
Yeah, don't ride like Joe Sisman.
Well, because you can always reshoot, right? Like,
Yeah,
exactly. Yeah.
This guy has
Shaun
freaking cars
Jarvis.
driving through the spot while he's riding.
Now this guy
that
here,
was amazing, by the way.
this guy here, I think he's the oldest competitor in the contest.
The socks,
Probably the oldest competitor in the world.
the socks really did it for me. I started paying attention to the socks after this run.
Excellent.
He was very dialed, and he even was courteous enough to let the car pass.
So
Yeah.
seriously, Shaun, what is this spot and how did you come about it?
It's a
Well,
driveway.
we used to ride back here in the 80s, and then it wasn't until Mikhail Hakusa came and visited Perth. We used to ride at the Scarborough Beach undercover car park. Perth had like 8-9 riders then. We held Down Underground contest at that. The first Down Underground contest was at Scarborough. Mikhail Husa rode here, and we come and ride this spot, and from there, that like 12 years ago, so it's been riding here ever since. So there's like a car park to your left, or a little drop-off zone, and then the cars come through where I'm riding here. You'll see
Right in the
plan
middle
of-
of your run.
Yeah,
they
but
do.
it's only like a few cars come through because it's at concert
Yeah.
hall, so cars come through to park like certain times.
Yeah, very rarely do cars come through.
Down. Yeah.
The planter boxes there that you see stop cars from driving down the stairs, which are on the top left hand of the screen, which cars have driven down them stairs before. So,
Oh, wow.
but, this is the most flat spot I've ever found in all my travels of riding, and it's the smoothest. And the granite tiles are so good.
I love granite tiles. They're always the best. That's like the Japan stuff.
Yeah, it's a Japan style spot. It's a good spot.
So thanks for giving me the place, guys. So this is Matt Wootton from Tasmania. Really good to see him enter. This is an undercover spot near his house in Launceston.
Yeah.
Paul,
That was smooth.
I don't know, like I keep getting sidetracked in my head. Like Widow has a really hot wife and she has like 20,000 Instagram followers. He can do crack packers. I don't know what else to say. Is that good enough?
And he's got a kid riding there.
Oh yeah, he's got a whole bunch of goddamn kids everywhere.
And
Well,
like,
if he has
But
a
he
hot
can also
wife, of course he does.
and sit really well. And there's what you're saying, Joe, about the consistency. I think with Matt, it's a matter of trying to get it all done, and sometimes that run just comes out. You've got one touch, and you have to think, well, you know, it's a contest, and in a contest you do sometimes touch, so maybe you don't
Really?
Yeah,
get time.
saying that though, Widow rides flawless in real contests sometimes. You
I
know what
never have issues in real contests. I'm always flawless.
so what James does in contests,
flawless, James.
so he ends up
Flawless.
riding flawless, but during practice, he falls all over and tells everyone around him how nervous he is. When we all have our doubts that that's sincere.
It is sincere. I don't like riding with people. They get in my way. As soon as the floor is mine, I can hit everything.
Yes, but you snake people, so that's what I don't understand.
I gave that up for Lent, dude. I haven't snaked anyone in a while.
Probably haven't rode with anyone for a while.
Exactly.
Paul, what do you think of this run from Matt?
That was an awesome run. He started
That's a
off
really
really
good
strong. That was a good combo in the beginning.
Yeah, look, I mean, honestly, he can do better. We know that, but it was pretty good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He's got a hot wife. I guess that's good.
I was super stoked about this, because you know, like the guys from India, we don't hear a lot about riders from India. There's that one guy that Terry sent his bike to,
Yeah.
but I don't know any others. And this guy, you know, he started strong. He busted out some good tricks.
Yeah, this guy's got skills.
Yeah.
Why crankless?
He probably doesn't have a frequency job.
Probably can't afford them.
Yeah.
Sure, yeah.
Terry, can you send this guy a free coaster?
There you go.
I just noticed that he was riding crankless. I was looking
He's
at
got
it.
two front wheels.
I didn't know there was a front wheel, but yeah.
Hang on, guys. You got to pull in the other car that's spending the night.
But
Okay.
it's good to see this contribution. It was short though, but it was good to see it. So
Yeah, it's good.
Yeah. This one was kind of cool. The guy does a whole bunch of different tricks.
I love seeing all the different riding spots.
Yeah.
Yeah, this spot is mad. It's like in a school or something like that.
He did
Yeah,
a
it's
really,
cool
really
looking
good job.
place. Yeah, he was really a good rider.
what was that, Joe?
He did a
I
really
said
good
it's just a cool spot, and he was a really good rider. This one stood out to me. I remember this guy's run.
Yeah.
He celebrated at the end of this run, which is I thought was really, really awesome.
Anybody who yells, screams, acts like a spaz is really good in my book.
You're biased though, James.
Yes, you are right.
So next one is contest run that I do And if you're going to judge it, do I just need to have a big yeah right at the end, and you'll give me more points?
Yeah.
Yep.
Yes.
Right. Take note. Anyone else entering the contest that James might be judging?
Make sure you
if you're right,
scream.
just scream and you'll win.
Yep.
So you think this was a good run there, Joe?
I do.
What was on your notes?
It was that switchfoot Carl to steam inside pump turbine thingy. I had a note of, it's really dope. That bar hop to backpacker no hand, I thought was pretty dope, which is this right here.
Yeah.
And
I thought of Dax when he did the no-handed backpacker.
Yep. Yeah, he and Dax hooked their rear peg on their hip. Which
I
is,
think doing the trick like you did, Joe, will keep E-Frame happy.
I just thought he did wheelchairs and stuff like that way better than Joe does.
I also think he did a very good job.
Good placing. You notice
Here we
the points
go.
are close.
Back to that same spot again. Now in the Philippines. The other guy.
This guy was
Yeah,
a beast.
This is that same spot as Keith.
What's his name?
Yep.
Jason, this guy.
Yeah, I like that.
Yeah, that rope to turbine ice cream thing.
Yeah. I occasionally do tricks like that. Those are cool.
You're the ice cream man.
This guy looks tough too. He like manhandles the bike.
Do you like that?
Oh yeah.
Do you reckon that guy, I mean, it's off topic. Do you reckon this guy could catch a chicken?
Oh, he could definitely catch a chicken. They're trained to do that.
Tiebreaker.
Yeah, but I mean, he might be able to catch a chicken, but it depends on what level of funk that chicken is going to be in.
Oh, see, more dad jokes.
Double funk.
Yeah, so this guy's run was really good. He was the first beast.
Yeah, he was.
Yeah.
I think it was just a little repetitive was kind of the issue. His variety was down.
Yeah, look, I think he smashed out that first combo, and then he was like, okay, just keep it together until the end.
Yeah,
but that's
absolutely.
what separates someone in expert from someone in open, I guess.
He's got the tricks. He just needs to put them all together.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's definitely got a good variety.
It looks like those are real chase bars, which are very difficult to find.
Now, Brazil has some of the most insane riders. Everybody in Brazil is good. And these spots that they have are amazing.
Yeah, this spot is mad, isn't it?
Yeah.
Oh,
this guy
Phil Dolan.
This guy's run was awesome.
Yeah, it was.
Yeah, Phil Dolan makes an appearance in this one.
Oh, really?
That's right.
What, like that?
Thanks a lot, Phil. These are not the droids you're looking for.
Yeah, he's super aggressive.
Yeah, he's a rad rider. But that's Brazil as a whole, man. Brazil has some of the best people with the best attitude, and they're phenomenal riders. I love those rideouts.
What makes that level of riding in Brazil?
I mean, it's kind of like Japan. Everybody's so good, and they all kind of are such a good community of riders that they just push each other in a positive form. And I mean, I've been all over, and I would say that Brazil had some of the nicest people I've ever been around, and I really enjoyed being there. And the riding level was high with experts and pros. It's just an amazing place.
Yeah. Brazil, like Japan, also had a bunch of people who've been riding for a really long time quietly in the background that people didn't know about. So when people did start to kind of find out about those Brazilian riders, there was a really strong scene there. Kind of like how like Japan sort of started to rise its head in the 90s. You know, there were a bunch of people who started in the 80s and never stopped.
Yep.
So this is Philipp. He's I'm glad that he put an entry in. Obviously, he's the dad of the that you saw in beginners.
He's at the Blue Mile.
Yeah.
The Blue Mile. We don't know this spot actually. This is just his spot. Phil actually probably rides like a couple times a year because he's more into surfing. But he is a really, really good rider. Like growing up in Germany, he would have been one of the better young riders.
Yeah.
Like time when Maddie Rose was a teenager, whenever that was, 90s. Like he could do most of this stuff 20 years ago.
That was good.
That's
That was
cool.
awesome.
Well, what was that trick that he invented? Some like double-footed pedal thing or something?
Look, I mean, the jury's out on that, really, but like he was doing a dump truck on both pedals in the 90s.
Yeah. And,
Oh, wow.
You know, like, you got to think maybe like Dylan Worsley probably didn't think that, you know?
Yeah, Dylan was
Phil,
doing all that stuff.
Yeah.
Philipp told me that he used to walk his bike for like 20 minutes in the snow to the spot and shovel the snow off the spot so he could ride.
When he lived by me for 2 years, he was pretty crazy about shoveling all the spots to ride.
Yeah,
Oh,
right.
did he live near you, James, at one stage?
Yeah, him and I actually had a construction company together, and we did all kinds of stuff, and we did shows and rode together every day for about 2 years before we moved to California.
Right.
That's how I learned to speak Australian, mate.
This guy's got mad style. He goes in. Is he? He's a bit of a. Is he the one who rides like Matthias a bit?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, that spot
Got low, though.
looks like it will tear your tires apart.
That's
doesn't it?
exactly what I was thinking, man.
I mean, these guys must run through tires pretty quickly riding on spots like that. So,
Especially if they ride the ones that wear out quick.
yeah.
Going through tires like TJ Perry.
And what do you think of this run, Joe? What did you put down on your notes?
Well, I did note the the stylistic similarities with Alex Matthias, but I really enjoyed it. I really enjoyed it.
If you want to finish this up, I got a
Switch
little bit
panel,
here.
5 mixed circle, pivot turbine, tank 5 thing.
Okay, cool.
The pig boomerang out. I thought that was
Yeah, I'll be a little bit, but not too long.
Sure. What did you think, Paul?
What did I think? I think his level of riding's good. And I think he went in hard, but like relative to some of the other riders in this class, his riding did lack a bit more of original flavour. And you'll see a bit more of that coming through in the next entries, I think.
I noticed that some riders would ride around in circles 2 or 3 times. Is that either to get their breath back or just to waste time or think about the next combo?
Maybe
I'm
to
not
think
sure.
about what you're going to do next. Who knows? I really like this guy's riding. This guy has a style that I like a lot. You know, a slower, more controlled style, or the kind of like
More
matches
methodical.
the fact that he would ride a heresy. You know?
Oh my gosh. His filmer screaming stop at the end was like that scene from Austin
Remember
Powers.
that.
Yeah.
Oh my
It's
God.
Yeah,
like
it's
a
like
girl
if
or
you
something.
go over, you're gonna die. You know.
Tell him there's a shark nearby.
I like his man bun, though.
I do like his man bun as well.
I like his whole vibe.
Yeah, no, he's a rad rider, definitely.
No,
Like I even like the town he lives in. It's so wholesome. You know.
yeah.
Like I feel like I could go there and get a really expensive haircut and a nice pastry or something.
There is a hole in his shirt, though.
I was just going to say that there was a hole in the shirt. I'm not too sure. Is that filtration? Airflow?
Yeah, needs to cool off a little.
Maybe. But yeah, all up, I think it was a good flowy run, right?
Oh,
Yeah, that was a good run. Definitely got some skills, man. These guys, everybody, it's like Paul's saying, they all have like a couple really good bangers, and then they're just progressing on the other stuff. They're not quite there, so their confidence is maybe down on it, but you can see the potential in the riding for sure. There's a lot of houses on that side.
Look at the pitch on that roof.
Look at the green wall.
Cass.
Yeah, I know. Yeah. It's really nice. The hedge, look at the topia ring.
Yeah. And get ready for the scream. Stop! Overall, that was a beautiful run, man.
Good.
Yeah, okay. One Ketchik from Sunday.
All right, who we got now?
This guy was super dialed.
Man, this
Yeah,
guy,
this
I
dude's
went to
rad.
shit my pants.
This is my homie.
Yeah.
It looked like he was riding a Kuahara at first with the black frame and the yellow forks and stuff.
Yep.
Yeah.
Somebody blew a
At
tire.
the end of this combo, I shit my pants.
Yeah, he's
It
got
was the
some
first
good.
moment I rewinded it.
And him riding on this spot is extra impressive.
Another tire killer.
So uneven, though.
Yeah.
This half-decade thing coming out is pretty impressive, though. I was, as Paul said, I watched this, although I wasn't judging it, and yeah, I don't think I shat my pants because I'm a bit older and I can control my bowels. But
Right.
That's
And
actually
if
it
you
works
did-
the opposite
If you
way.
did shot your pants, you wouldn't sit there and rewind it. You'd go and clean up before you rewind.
You don't know me.
I know Paul well enough to know that he will shit his pants and sit in it for a while.
Oh, that's good.
Yeah.
Let
Yeah,
it
but
rest.
it was good though. He got some solid pop on that. You know,
That
that
was
front
an
wheel
awesome
fly
run.
off the ground.
I think it was a little short on time, but it was an awesome run.
Yeah, it was.
Yeah, like, he could have potentially won it. You know.
These guys are beasts. The guys who are riding in this spot, both of them were phenomenal.
Yeah. This guy's very solid. He puts together a proper, good contest run. You know.
Yeah, some
Probably
really
he does
good-
shows and stuff like that.
Backpacker stuff and that ride out sweet. That's a hard ride out of the backpackers. And he had variety because he was both front and back wheel.
Yeah.
And scuffing. Yeah.
And that's, I think, variety is an important part of flatland because although you can do mad spinning tricks on the back wheel, but having an overall control of the bike in all aspects, I think, makes you a better rider over someone.
Oh, yeah.
It does. Like, variety's not necessarily something you have to demonstrate, but I think it gives your riding a solid foundation, and it gives it more depth. So you know you don't get stuck.
Yep.
Like after you've been riding a few years, you know what I mean?
Yeah, he even had the leg over the head tube on that. I mean, these are great tricks this guy's throwing. He did some really good stuff.
Yeah, and he does it real effortlessly as well. You know, that you feel like
And this-
maybe he shot this in like a few minutes.
Yeah, I feel like this is where it started to get really tight between all the riders, and everybody was so close. And that's kind of the stuff that got him was a couple touches. I mean, he definitely
Yeah.
had the level, but he just had a couple touches rather than go back and try to film it again.
Yeah, so I don't know if he pulled that last one. It looks super controlled. I think he was probably, playing to the to the time rules.
Yeah, he had to
Yeah.
stop.
I would have gone over.
Yeah, this
Another one
guy,
of these crazy spots, dude. These spots kill me.
What is this dude's name again?
He was a beast. He went crazy fast. Like he was moving through his combos. Again, another one that maybe there wasn't so much variety, but he was a powerhouse in what he was doing.
So I thought to myself, how can Alex get away with doing his style anymore? After watching this kid, I was like, man,
Wow.
you're gonna have to throw it all away again, build it all the way back up again. I love Alex, but
Oh yeah, sure you do. You just dissed him.
I didn't diss him. Did I tell you that the first time I met Alex Chamberlain, he tickled me?
Well, that just sounds like something you should keep to yourself.
Yeah.
Hey,
Tell,
I was a
tell,
big,
tell,
I'm
me
a
more,
big
Joe.
fan of Alex.
Tell me more. Tell me more.
This a-
I'm interested.
This is a family show. Come on, Joe.
So I think his run was quite at that level where, as you said, James, before, you could see the difficulty on trying to get their placings and how the contest was so close.
Bit
He
of
was
repetition,
definitely-
though, Sean.
He definitely came out as a powerhouse. He definitely has the tricks, but he really kind of stayed with the exact same tricks over and over and over again. But he did them beautifully. The execution was good. The power was good. There's just not enough of anything else. He's mastered one technique.
He dug in super aggressively. I mean, if you just look at how he's leaning,
Yeah, his leans are phenomenal.
yeah.
Yeah,
Is
he's
that,
got mad.
is that a Down Underground reference? When you said Doug, Joe, was that a Down Underground reference?
No, dug in. It's military, the trenches. He got set in for the fight.
Oh, and he did a Joel aid at the end.
Joe,
That was for you, Joe.
So I was stoked to see this guy coming through.
yeah, I mean, I was a little bit surprised that he played sixth because, like, I rated the bar flip stuff that he did as quite difficult. That, like, that's a solid switch, you know?
Yeah.
He was also very, very consistent.
Yeah, he's very consistent, yeah. And he's got a hood on. It's so much harder to rub the hood on because you don't have your peripheral vision.
Now, I can't remember if it was this guy, Gunther, who in his email sent through saying, thanks very much for running the contest. It's real good to be able to get pushed, to be able to be pushed and do this contest in these conditions, because obviously it's cold where he's at. He was really stoked to give him motivation to ride. So I think that was real good as far as the contest goes, that it helped motivate somebody to get out there and get something done.
Yeah, that's the same kind of thing I had with my event, was everyone was saying it pushed them super hard, and they really were excited to get out and try it. Even though it was brutal, they enjoyed it because it made them try harder.
Yeah. And I think the video contest works for flatland. I don't think it works for any other parts of BMX riding, like ramps and
So
stuff.
it's not comparable, is it? In other ways, like the street thing that the X Games did, real street.
Yeah,
you know,
that
it's
worked.
more of an expose, isn't it? It's not comparable.
Well, this gives us
Yeah.
A, you don't have all the peer pressure of people around. 2, you get your spot that you ride in, so you feel more comfortable. You can really see a rider's potential when they're at home, as opposed to in an event where it's not the style. Yeah, here's the other guy in this spot. This guy was an animal. He was so good.
Yep.
He had some
Yeah.
really good tricks.
What's the store
Like
at
that
the back
too.
left? What does that store sell? What do you think they sell in that store at the back left?
I
there?
think they sell
Fried crickets.
live crickets.
Did you say live or fried?
Fried, like dried crickets, like in Japan. They come in those bags and you get the crickets for treats.
Have you had those, James?
No, why would I eat a cricket?
No.
I'm American.
They have
They sell them in
baseball.
Mexico too. I've eaten them.
I'd eat them. I
Yeah, but you
Protein.
do anything dirty. You sit in your pants after you shark.
So what's that inside?
Yeah, that was dope.
Yeah, this
Yeah.
dude's got mad skills.
Yeah.
It's good form on his scuffing. It wasn't schlepping.
It was not schlepping. It was proper foot technique.
Right, he didn't-
legitimate stuff.
He did not scuff like me with the foot sideways.
Oh man, that's me. I can't scuff my foot straight.
Yeah, my foot don't go straight. The hell with that.
I've got to scuff with the inside of my arch, not my heel.
Yeah. Yeah, this
But
dude
yeah.
was Brad, man. And see, it's another one of those situations where, you know, those two guys ride together and they push each other. They've got similar tricks. So you know that it's like each day those guys are pushing each other. And it's rad to see that.
Yeah, like riding as a pair, going combo for combo, like a lot of this stuff they have is really dialed.
Yep.
So it bumps up their consistency as well, you know?
Yeah.
Yeah, I miss riding with Phil Brunette. Holy smokes, we pushed each other hard.
Fourth place from Malte. Really stoked to see this guy enter.
I love this guy.
Yep.
I always watch his stuff on Instagram. I love the pictures on the wall. It's such a cool spot.
Yeah, we like him. We're trying to get him to come to Japan with us. You know, we talk a bit online, and he rides so good in such a tiny little spot. And I think in this run he shows basically every technique.
Yeah.
He's got a bit of pumping, bit of fast, bit of slow, bit of turbining, scuffing, backwards.
He's got
forward.
decade straddles and stuff. I mean, he's doing all kinds of cool tricks.
So much.
Kind of scary that you think you hit the bikes that are on the wall, but I guess you get used to that surrounding.
Yeah, you adapt to your environment. He's definitely used to his spot.
Yeah,
Is this
yeah.
inside his house?
Yeah, it's like his living room.
Plywood against the bench or something. I think on the left there.
I don't know if it's his house or if it's where he works. Because he's a tattooist. I don't know. I've got no idea.
Oh, yeah.
Oh,
I
maybe
thought
that's it.
over on the left.
No, this is.
that was mad.
Is that a two-handed cyborg?
Yeah, I love no-handed sideboards and circles. I know a guy who can do them.
This,
Joe, you know who used to do cyborgs, just normal cyborgs many years
Ryan
ago?
Ryback.
Yeah, the guy who taught me how to do them.
Joe's got all the no-handed tricks.
So I think this was, like you said, was a good solid run. It took up pretty much every bit of aspect. The variety was high as well.
He has
Yeah.
so many different levels of riding. I mean, he's got rolling, scuffing, decade stuff, break stuff. I mean, he is an all-around universal rider with a lot of skill.
But in that small spot is crazy. So
Yeah.
yeah,
Here we go, another beach. This guy was awesome.
third place. This video, Paul, reminded me of Tan in Vietnam, his spot that he used to ride
Oh,
at.
yeah, those little tiles, mobility tiles, yeah.
Yeah.
See, this spot reminded me of how old I'm getting because every kid is learning the tricks that I do, and they're like an eighth of my age. Now, these guys are rad. These definitely got some sweet back wheel stuff.
Yeah, as soon as he pulled up on the back wheel and stopped the front tire like Dub, I'm like, okay, this guy's got some good shit, you know. Because if he's got enough bike control to start a combo with that, you know he's good.
Yep. Yeah, and he's inside. And see, he's using both sides of the bike too. He's
Yeah.
not a left foot or right foot dominant. He's kind of ambidextrous, which was a big thing I noticed.
Cool. I didn't notice that. That wasn't my first look at. But I guess you were judging this one, so you had to take notice. So
Yeah, I think he might have just done a shorter run as well, and that was the only downfall because he had the tricks.
this guy was
This is my favourite run in the whole contest.
Yeah, and he was so stoked.
100%. This guy is dialed on it.
Yeah, this run just had the best vibe, flawless. The guy's clearly just been doing his own thing for a long time. Bit of front wheel, bit of back wheel, bit of switch in between, and just good vibes from Mexico. You know, he's just repping hard. In his
And he
yard.
repped. He was stoked at the end too, man. He's all, yeah.
Yeah,
Joe,
this
did
is
you-
this is my favourite run of the whole contest.
He had a hugely perfect run.
Yeah, it was mad.
Yeah.
What about
Beautiful.
socks, Joe? Did you make reference to his socks?
I did make first thing high socks, and the second thing I mentioned was really nice pivot to ice cream turbine and pumping the DeGroot out. So yeah,
So
That,
the
like that's
socks.
Socks were the first.
Socks were the first note.
Little foot jams and all, man. He had a lot of tricks. He was dialed.
Maybe the next, we should get you judging a high socks contest, Joe. Seeing how socks seem to be your first point of reference now.
Socks.
They got to step up their game and have they got to have a pizza on the socks or something, a little more decorative. Second round of whiskey here. Here we go.
Yeah, this combo here that he's nailing out is insane. And it seems to be like maybe he's done a special little concrete pad in the center where it's a lot smoother.
When he kicked his leg around that spin, I was like, oh, now what?
Yeah,
Oh, there it is. Yeah, he's like, Mexico.
First place, Chris. This
guy's awesome. I love this guy. I have always loved watching this guy riding. I love his spot. It's such a crazy looking spot. He rides with George Manos as well.
Yeah, they ride at this place, whatever it is.
He really WD-40 though.
This dude's rad. He's a super good rider.
Oh yeah, he's awesome.
He's really good at tomahawks, isn't he?
Yeah, tomahawks and backpackers, man. He owns it.
Yeah.
But it's good to see that the riders, if he rides with George, that they don't ride the same. They've got their own style, and that's good. If you're riding with someone, a lot of the time,
anyone can ride like George.
No one can ride like George.
Yeah.
But if you ride with someone that style, you can actually start mimicking each other. So it's important, to have that different style.
Yeah, this dude's rad though. He's always killing it. There's a perfect tomahawk right there.
Yep. Yeah. As you said, Paul. Really good.
He's good at tomahawk.
What was your notes on this one here, Joe?
Well, I could not keep up. The biggest, really, the biggest note was he needs WD-40.
Did you notice high socks?
Really, that's what you get.
He's actually wearing high socks, but underneath his jeans.
I would have thought that you'd say something about the purple walls and that Brian Huffman should ride with him.
It's a wonderful. I like the orange and purple.
Yes.
Yeah, it's great.
For someone who rides with George, it's amazing that he has any color in his life.
Oh, I know, right?
What do you think, Paul, of this run?
Yeah, I mean, obviously, he won for a reason. It's definitely the best run.
That's,
but I still like the Mexican guys run best. I just got mad vibes on.
Yeah.
The open class is where it's at. Our first rider here is Heru from Indonesia, but now living in Melbourne. And I thought he was very inconsistent to what we've seen him before. Not sure what, maybe because Melbourne's had a big lockdown just before this contest finished.
No, look, it's not that. Heru's an extremely good street rider. Heru's a better street rider than Matthias, for example. Since he got to Melbourne, where there's 100 concrete skate parks and a modern city, he's just been riding street, I think. Change your location, change your kind of feelings about riding. He's been out riding street, he hasn't ridden much flat, but fair play,
He's got flat skills, though.
Yeah, he won the contest last year. It was a battle between him and Gonzalez, and it was 3 times close. We had to run it 3 times. We still couldn't decide a winner between the two.
Wow.
So it was close. So it was kind of good to see him still ride, but I thought he could have.
That's right. Down. He did do that video at the skate park last year. He filmed it at the skate park.
Yeah, he did. He's been, he's got some other Indonesian mates in Melbourne, and they're street riders. So you just got to roll with the times. He's been riding parks, riding street, but that's something he couldn't do as much when he was in Indo. So I respect his choice. He's still a good rider.
Phenomenal rider.
And very grateful that he put an entry in. So it was good to see. So thanks very much, Heru. Hopefully, maybe next year we'll be able to get to ride in Melbourne. Maybe. So, it was good.
Let me see if my kids are still alive.
Although he does repeat a bit though, doesn't he, Paul?
Yeah, it's a little repetitive. You good, bud?
Yeah, we're used to him doing like big like cab whips and decades and stuff like that. He didn't drop.
Another one of these crazy spots. Hey, do you want to order a pizza?
So Polo, as
Okay.
must have a waterfall close by or something because it was nothing but water sounds.
Oh my
Can
God.
you do me a favor?
Every video he
Call
puts,
Marco's.
it's in front of
Order
a
a large pepperoni pizza.
amazing.
I'll pay obviously, but Marco's up the street, so just call Marco's. Order a large pepperoni.
James
And,
is ordering everyone pizza, so put your order in now.
Yes, you guys can. I'll mail you a piece. Should be good by the time it gets there.
Have they got 3D printers yet that print food?
Not yet, but yeah, and just large pepperoni, and just tell them to come to the side door.
What do you think of this run, John?
This spot was rad. This dude's a rad rider, man.
Yeah,
I just had to lock the door to make sure none of my family come in. Yeah, Paolo, he's got a cool spot, hasn't he? I'd love a spot like that.
I'd love to have a spot in my backyard. That would be amazing.
You do have a spot in your backyard.
Oh, that's right. I forgot.
Hopefully it's not snowing it.
No twisty, James. No twisty.
I wish I had another spot to ride. Oh, wait, I do. My shop.
Yeah, I think this was a good, solid run. As far as my scoring goes, I just think possibly degree of difficulty was a bit down.
Yep. Very solid, but
Yeah, and also variety because it was a lot of front wheel.
yeah, I hate that front wheel stuff, you know. That's so like 2002.
you're an anti-frontite.
There it is. I've always wanted to be an anti-something.
Really good to see Lee. Lee put an entry.
I
in.
love Lee, dude. Lee's such a rad person and a rider.
We obviously had someone film this, and trying to get the footage from him is pretty difficult because he doesn't really understand technology all that well and doesn't know how to. So I actually had to make a video for just him to show how to get it through. We transfer to get it to us, but he's not been riding many skate parks or street riding and things like that lately. So he's just been riding a lot of flatland.
And he's a beast at Flatland. He's got like really hard, manly tricks. He's a freaking awesome rider.
Yeah, well, I think Lee would have to be one of the most all-round riders in the world. I've seen him hit some early street things. Even when we were in Japan, he was riding that Focus and he was riding street on that little flatland bike.
Yeah, the
right?
place under the bridge when we were under the bridge.
Yeah.
Yep, I
Yeah.
remember that.
I think the two best all-round riders ever are Lee and Dane Beardsley, because when they ride different disciplines, they don't look like a flatlander. When
Yeah.
you see Dane go through trails, he looks like a trail rider. Obviously,
Yeah.
Dane's a lot better flatlander than Lee, but like they're the only two riders who I've seen who kind of like have a totally different style when they're in a different
Perfect.
arena.
The Red Bull dirt bike.
In here too, or sodas if you need one.
That was just look up Red Bull dirt bike on Google to see what that thing was like. That was, I don't know how to explain it, but massive dirt half pipe.
That's the thing about ramp riders that ride flat though. They ride burly. They show that they're mean. It's just cool to watch.
That was a
They're
solid
not afraid to crash. You know?
Yeah, they're not afraid to crash.
Alan's run here was this was a difficult one to judge. Like the open class itself was real difficult. Really difficult.
I kept looking at the spot to see if it was as wavy as it looks in the pictures.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. Then you go look at your own spot and go, yeah, my spot's better.
Well, yeah, because mine's dead perfect, and this has got waves. But I feel like these guys pour this themselves, and it's amazing the effort they put into it.
Oh, you didn't do yours yourself?
Hell no! I hired like 30 Mexicans to come and do it.
Oh yeah.
Then you should have had a perfect job, right?
It is perfect. It's dead
Yeah.
flat.
So I think this run was good. Turbine, hiker. You know, he had a combination of a lot of front and back wheel in this.
Yeah, he's got skills, dude.
Mixed it up a bit.
Really, really, really nice flow. Really long combos.
Yeah. As I said, as judging this, as you can see by the points, it was super close. I think there's only like 0.5.
Yeah, the pro class was impossible. I think I had a lot of ties. I had so many ties on stuff because people were just, they were all so good. And it's like, how does one person do better, you know?
Well, you were the only one that put in 0.5s, I think, James. And that was good because it separated the differences.
Yeah, I was really
you
trying
get-
to not have ties, and I had to go back, and I watched a couple videos twice just to determine which one, you know, trying to break ties.
Yeah. So, but yeah, this, I think he goes into the Sunshine Mendoza here. Is that right? At the end?
Oh, yeah. That's why he's wearing a yellow t-shirt. There we go.
Now we can do the time machine.
That was the
Yeah.
brother.
Joe had to leave the building.
Yeah.
It's the chickens. They're back. Joe, come back for the chickens.
So this spot here is at I can't remember who was it in third place in the expert.
Yep,
It was
it's
like
the same spot.
Yeah, different camera angle.
What's crazy is if you look at the bricks, they're like 4-inch by 4-inch bricks. They're like really small bricks. They're not riding in like huge bricks. They're riding in very bumpy spots. It's kind of crazy. When you do pivots and things like that on a spot like that, your tire catches in those voids. It's kind of crazy to ride on those surfaces.
Yeah, definitely.
Well, they're definitely not free Madonna.
Here we go to Mendoza.
Bye, Joe. Yes, again.
Going to upside down Mendoza.
Everything's a Mendoza now.
Where he's grabbing the tire and the handlebars. I think that was
180 bunny hop.
That was a good grab.
Killed
And then
it.
he likes the shoelace up. Good contest run, which is cool.
Hey,
That
Scott,
shows a lot of-
Joe,
Mendoza.
has Scott Powell ever done a Mendoza?
So I was a couple years ago. I was up there and he did a double orb, and like his seat touched and he rode out. And Schaefer was there, and they were like, and I go, did that count? Because of the seat? And he gave me a very nasty look. Apparently,
Yeah, they don't like you, Joe.
no, they love me.
No, they hate you. No, Scott calls me in the evenings and tells me, he's like, dude, I really hate Joe.
He does it just to throw you off. He loves me.
All right,
This
more
is another-
Philippines.
Yeah, we had
This is
a
a
lot.
sweet looking spot, too.
Yeah,
A
this
lot
is
of these
the
entries
video
came
part.
in.
And this
A lot
is
of these
awesome.
entries in the Philippines came in just before that massive hurricane hit. The big hurricane that hit like the day after a lot of these entries came in. So these
Oh,
guys,
no way.
yeah, and they were struggling with their weather pattern as well to try to get their footage.
Pumping junk is so good.
Thanks everyone from the Philippines and Malaysia for and Indonesia for getting their contest in. That was good.
I always
It's
love
like-
seeing people ride the other side of the bike because everyone traditionally rides the left side. And when you see people riding the right side, it's just cool.
You
Yeah.
notice he's wearing his mask is underneath as well.
Yeah.
Which just goes to show the conditions that the world is running through at the moment and how difficult it is sometimes to even just be out to ride your stuff. But yeah, I like the variety of this run. Definitely he's got some really good skill, flow, and a lot of good bike control, I thought.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, right.
Good.
Yeah, that was a sweet ride out too.
Yeah.
Yeah, this dude definitely has some skills. Everybody in this class does. It's just you can see so much technique in this guy. He has a lot of technique.
Yeah. I think I don't think we would have seen the level of riding that jump far out was sick.
Yeah, and he's stoked on it. Anybody who celebrates gets an A in my
Look at
book.
that.
Points.
William, Brazil.
All I have to say is Brazil.
5 points. This guy,
Look
I
at
was
how slanted this spot is. I couldn't stop staring at the slant.
Yep.
I mean, it is massive, and he is killing it here.
Hey, James, I think your chair needs WD-40.
No, I don't notice it. Is that annoying?
Yeah.
I think
This
run.
guy, he did a lot of hard switches. Like, I
Yeah.
really
Oh,
like
yeah,
this,
he did.
you know?
Yeah, I placed this guy high. Actually, I think I might have given him a higher score than Joe and James.
I definitely put him ahead of Paul. I know that.
Oh, well, I haven't come up yet. So
Got
there you go.
Yeah, that round the world was sick.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's rad, dude. That's, and to do it on that spot, I was fascinated that he was riding on such a slant.
Yeah,
Yeah.
but it's
Yeah,
another.
look at he went uphill.
Yeah, I know, dude. He
Insane.
picks up so
But
much speed.
Another world gem. We wouldn't have, you don't get to see all these riders, and it's great that they come out for this video contest and show it. Them pivots look sick, straight up.
Yeah, his
Yeah,
doubles are
I love
incredible.
that. That jump.
That
Kobe
combo,
Bryant. Kobe Bryant.
Super unexpected.
that back to front combo was just banging.
Yeah, it
Love
flowed. His stubbles were on point, man. He was super dialed on that.
Yeah.
Yeah, he went in.
So there was a little bit of a double up like this. I think this combo at the end he'd done previously.
And his tire tapped when he jumped into the walk around.
Yeah.
But those are still hard tricks. Those walk arounds are definitely.
Yeah, I mean, he did a triple, that's hard.
That was good.
Okay, I hate saying it, but the
Now this guy,
freaking the crossfoots or the backyard stuff is so badass, dude.
It's so insane.
It's
The
so
smoke
good.
Material.
I think I did rather well for someone who's like too lazy to do combos.
Dude, that switch right there, that stuff is so sick. I love that crossfoot under stuff. That's badass. The turnarounds and stuff, that's like a lot of control.
Paul, what do you call those?
He calls them, I can't believe I learned it.
what these ones here.
Yeah, that stuff's amazing.
I don't.
I was
did-
like, damn, he is really good. Because I always wondered why everyone liked Paul, and then I realized that he's actually really good.
I think, Paul, in this contest run, you did what you've been saying a lot of others did. You did all your hard stuff and then went, oh shit,
Yeah.
I got to do something. Then you went back to what you've normally done, which is like what I'm doing right now.
Yeah. Since the last time I did a pinky sweep, I've probably had like 3 frames.
Yeah.
No, dude, this run was epic. I was really stoked on this run.
Very, very smooth, Paul. Very smooth. Unlike yourself.
Yeah, I think here I wanted to keep going, but the front wheel comes down and I'm just like, okay, fuck it, that'll do.
Yeah, I can see that. And I noticed that, and I judged you accordingly. Consistency is key.
How can you judge based on what you think that I thought I wanted to do?
Because
See,
I
that's
know
the problem. It's a biased view if you know what he's going to do, and then you're like, oh, well, he didn't do what he should have. Okay, what more do you need to say about Renz, dude? Renz is a freaking animal.
This
kid is so incredible.
He starts off.
And he poured the cement himself, dude. He did this slab himself. This is one of the most dedicated riders out there. He's got Uchi flips. He learned the jump from the underside to the steam. This kid is so good.
Yeah, man. This is so mad.
I mean, he did amazing. He won our expert class, and it was definitely, he should have been pro. He's like, he's one of the best riders out there as far as up and coming, in my opinion. He's pushing super hard. If he gets his own tricks, I mean, it's not dissing him. He has some super hard stuff, but like that double underside to steam is original. If he keeps on that progression spurt, he's going to be one of the next big stars in it, because he is amazing.
Yeah, that jump to the front wheel, he's the best switch in the whole contest. Sure.
Yeah, but Joe, correct me if I'm wrong. I don't think we would have seen this level of riding if we were these riders were riding a general RM Pro.
Now, one thing that I did notice throughout this whole contest is there were a lot of riders who, and there's arguments as to whether it's original or not, but there were a lot of riders who were able to spin the bars 360 degrees.
Sure, yes. I think that was a big plus, right?
And I think that really leveled up everyone, because
I mean, you can't judge everyone with the same kind of parameters, though, because that's impossible unless you're brakeless.
Right.
Yeah, I guess that's the thing, is no one has ever figured out a way to spin the bars all the way around while also having a front brake. I think that's...
Jesus, this has nothing to do with this contest.
Yeah, I mean, that's the whole reason why McGraw ran just the back brake with the gyro for years.
And that was amazing.
So, you and I met Martin in Japan. And his riding has progressed over the last couple of years to a level that we're seeing right now. And I think his style it's unique, and I think he's got a lot more to go yet. And I think he's going to be a challenger in a couple of years to the other pro riders.
Well, he's one of these riders who has that technique. The thing is, there's people who ride brakes, and then there's people who ride brakes fluidly. Like him and Dominic, it's something in the Prague, in Czech Republic, they know how to use front brakes properly to where it's not herky-jerky. They're very fluid with it, and that in itself is an impressive skill.
Yep.
Yeah. Like Martin's so dialed. He's the type of guy he'll ride for an hour, and 50 minutes of it would be like usable footage. He doesn't screw up much. Like I saw him riding in Japan, and he went 20 minutes without putting his foot in.
Yeah, he's a dialed rider. He's awesome with tricks.
Do the fist pump. Stoked on that.
Yep.
Celebrate.
I really want to go to Prague and ride these spots. They have some incredible spots. Him and Matos Tuck ride together, and it's amazing spots they ride.
Did you have anything in your notes for Martin, Joe?
The jump to Kraken turbine was so sick, and I gave so many props on his jumps. I love him.
Yeah, he's dialed.
I don't know that I had watched a full run of his before somehow, or this one just struck me unlike others.
Gonzalo is one of the most dialed riders with a high level of tricks, dude.
Yep, I'm hoping right here.
So this
He's
is
so good.
This is the Melbourne IMAX. He lives not far from here, so while Melbourne was in a shutdown, he would go exercise in a 5-kilometre radius, and he was able to ride here. A lot of the other Melbourne riders were unable to make IMAX, so that's why you saw their footage in the expert class in Upper Scotland. So
yeah, Gonzalo is one of these riders.
I first met him in Brazil, and we had to share a hotel room together. And I got to ride with him quite a bit, and he's just a phenomenal dialed rider.
Yeah, it's
that
amazing.
before was awesome. He's a good fella as well.
Oh yeah,
definitely.
super cool guy.
Yeah.
His dad
Super
came
cool.
to Voodoo Jam, and his dad is really cool.
His dad
He was
came
doing
to
shows though. He was doing shows for somebody for a while. Didn't he go to Dubai or something?
Yeah, he
he
was in Abu Dhabi. He's one of the riders who really benefited from that year there. Naoto, Masato Ito, Takuki Kasahara. I think Varo was there as well. They all came back.
More to run there.
Keith Fenner,
Yeah, it was probably a glass cleaner. Yep. Sorry, I was talking to my accountant. Yeah, no, Gonzo is an amazing rider, dude. I love watching his style.
Yeah, he really gets it as well. He gets that, certain tricks are sort of played out, and he kind of moves away from those. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I definitely don't know what you mean. I stay with all the played out tricks.
No. you took the tricks and played them, and now we can't do it.
Yeah, he's got the blenders there.
I didn't realize that he was doing blenders.
He's always done blenders. He's a beast at them. Dial.
Yeah.
He's a blender.
Okay, my favorite, personal one of my favorite riders. Bruno is not only one of the best people I've ever met. You got to understand, this guy survived cancer. Most people don't realize this. He survived cancer. He didn't ride for years, recovering, and he got back on his bike and went full beast mode. And his level of smoothness and technique is unparalleled to anyone other than Benjamin Hudson. It's unbelievable how he floats around his bike, dude. Bruno's incredible.
When I saw this entry come in through the emails downloads, I was like, this was one of the first entries we got. I was like, surely we have our winner already, just by watching it. But that was before other riders entered, and I was like, wow, if this is what we're getting, this is amazing. I just was.
Look at his body as well. I'd love to just have that body and just go out and do a trick and see what it felt like.
I used to have that body, and I was really sexy back then, and then I got married and had kids and had a dad body now.
It's all right for James to be sexy.
I knew you'd say that. You're only saying it because it's true.
Well, yeah, I only speak the truth.
Now, Bruno's just amazing. And the other cool thing about Bruno is he's so casual and happy. He's talking to people on the side while he's in between combos and stuff.
Oh, really?
Yeah, he's all like, hey. You can hear kids playing in the background. He's got all the distractions. Joe Sisman once failed distraction training at my shop and broke his thumb. But Bruno doesn't get distracted.
So, I had James throwing paper towel rolls at me, and one bounced off my chest, which I was fine with, but it got right in front of my front wheel, and I went down and I did break my thumb. But it was worth it to watch Moto laying on his back, staring at his phone for 20 minutes, laughing at the replay.
Yeah. All right, George Manos is one of these riders for me who it's just insane what he does. I did have Bruno ahead of George, but I still think George's tricks and technique obviously are 100% original and absolutely insane.
His tires are make me so dizzy and put you in trance.
They do, right? This was a short run, but I don't think if he had a longer run, it would have given him a higher placing. I think with the tricks he's done.
His placing is definitely based on difficulty, originality. All the way.
Yeah. 100%.
Yeah. Well, look, the thing is, it's hard to compare consistency, isn't it? When someone does single switches and someone does switches in a combo, just a put down, it's really hard. Because obviously it's really difficult to be that consistent. But then how are you separating difficulty and consistency? His riding is rad. I got a lot of respect for it. I got a lot of time for it. I've watched all of his stuff multiple times over and over again on Instagram. And I think that's what it's about. You know what I mean?
Yep.
So
here's the anti-human.
winner of Down Underground 2020 in the open class. Amazing run. This is just watch it and we.
All right, this is the changing of the guards.
Yep.
Okay,
Yep.
Ever since coronavirus, it's changed. Japanese riders have taken over. Kyo is definitely one of them. The Katagiri brothers. It is a different world now. Matthias and Alex are going to have to work 10 times as hard to stay up with these guys at the progression they are taking. It is
Yep.
unbelievable the level and consistency this kid keeps dropping daily.
100%. If you want to go a school reference, is when Kevin Jones came through and Woody Itson
Yep.
and Aralog had to go out.
And one of the things you'll notice
That's
about
what we're
this
seeing right
with the weird blender decades, he does it blender decade from or pedal time machine, whatever. He does it on the left side and the right side. He's showing
yeah.
both sides of the bike with that insane level of difficulty. It's absolutely bonkers what he can do.
Step up.
Yeah, these tricks
it's
are.
pretty crazy how he can, at such a young age,
Yeah,
do
and that
riding.
jump right
You
there
can
is
look at
just
it and go,
bonkers.
you know what, this guy's inspired by Simon and taking it a bit further. It's crazy that a kid can ride
Here it
it.
is. Here it is. Here
That
it is.
ride out is stupid.
Oh,
Love that.
I tried that ride out. It didn't work.
and there we are.
Yeah,
are
one of the
finished.
most deserved first places I've seen in a long time. Absolutely incredible run from Keo.
Definitely.
And there you go.
There we go.
That's it. That's a wrap.
That's the wrap. Coming at you live from the Tintadome. Look at the shiny lights.
That's very,
All the names that have signed this spot.
very
So
dramatic.
many people have been here. I need you guys to be here. I'd have you sign
Do you
this
think we said
sign.
anything useful?
Say what?
Do you think we said anything useful?
I think so.
All right.
Anyway, it is what it is.
Yeah.
So
Thanks, guys.
Thanks everyone
Thanks,
for watching.
everyone.
Yep.
And
Thanks for having us be
Thank
part
you.
of it. I love being part of your guys' contest.
big thanks to Joe Sisman and James McGraw for judging and giving up your time tonight to do this. Appreciate it. Thank you for judging. Paul, thanks again for doing pretty much nothing. I really appreciate your help.
Thanks for nothing. I'm OG Marton. I'm the face of it.
Just paint the fuzzy wall. Pet the fuzzy wall.
Oh, that's right.
Stroke the furry wall.
So big thanks to Freestyle Now and Colony for supporting Down Underground from the get-go. Down Underground 12 years now, so really good. And I think we had when did we start the first video contest, Paul? Was that in 2010 or something?
Yeah, I think maybe 2010. While you're thanking people, I just want to say props to me for coming up with the idea to do it, and thanks to Shaun for doing it.
It was my idea, but thanks.
What?
It's my idea, but I didn't do any of it. But I want it. I want to claim it.
If it wasn't for his idea, you'd have never been able to execute it properly.
I'm going straight to the courthouse, Paul, and I'm going to file a dispute.
I'll see you later anyway. I've got to make lunch.
Anyway, thanks everyone. Thanks heaps, Joe, for all your help. Thanks, James. We'll see you all
Yep.
again.
All right,
All right,
guys.
we'll see you sometime
See you in a
soon.
year.
Bye, guys.
See you later.
Cheers.